institutions. What could they do with this child? Where was the need solution?
It's a great pleasure and honour to introduce one of our homegrown legends, Archie Roach, who's joined us in the studio this afternoon. Welcome, Archie. Thanks for coming in.
No, it's good to be here, Robbie.
It's deadly to have you here, mate. Sorry I didn't have your mic on there. I'll just say that. Welcome for coming in, brother.
Here we go. No, that's all right, mate. Yeah, it's good to see you again.
No worries. So you've taken us all back to 1988, which was an incredible year. I remember it quite well.
Yeah.
It was lots of things happening in our community. There was a lot of expectations at that time. I remember it was Bob Hawke's government in power at the time, and
yeah.
I remember when he actually came to power, he promised us national uniform land rights in his initial election.
Right.
And on his way out, he promised us a treaty, but none of it came true.
No.
It was an incredible year. I reckon you'd agree with that, because the bicentennial celebrations were going on down, and your song, Took the Children Away, certainly struck a chord with not just our community, but the Australian community and ultimately the international community. And it's been 21 years now.
Yeah.
So it's been a journey, and I wanted to ask you a few questions about what some of your perceptions are now of 21 years in hindsight since 1988, when we all had those dreams.
That's right. It was 1988 was it was such a it seemed like that we came together, all converged on one place up in Sydney, from all directions, and felt strong, felt unity, That's why I first sang Took the Children Away at La Perouse there, the gathering there, the open forum. But I don't know, I don't know what it is in this country. You seem to get something up good and going and strong, and everybody was forging ahead. Yeah, come on, let's get into it. And then it just slowed down, and didn't stop altogether. There's people still doing what they did in 1988. So singing. My music sort of has changed a bit since then, but those old songs. And it awakens those memories of 1988, and not just what happened, but what was happening with the people. And, I don't really think all that much as far as progress, as far as Aboriginal people, their place in this country. Nothing's changed much.
Nothing changed, and you probably get a good indication of that if you just walk down to Smith Street right now, because apparently there's a new law coming out that's going to ban people drinking on the streets. It's going to be December the 1st. It's going to take its place here. So sort of bracing ourselves for that. It's going to seem like they're moving us on again. And sort of.
That's nice. I'm an ex-parky myself. I'm an old parky at heart. Drinking around the street, the lanes, and the streets and the parks of Fitzroy and Collingwood.
Well, I was going to ask you, when did you actually arrive in Fitzroy? And the other question was, what motivated or influenced you in terms of music? And was that sort of a dream that you had? It was where did you see yourself back then? And where would, you know what I mean? It was.
Yeah, no, I love singing around the community, Robbie. I loved, the cabarets. The funeral fund cabarets.
Yes.
We had not just out at Thornbury, but remember the Collingwood Town Hall.
Absolutely, that's very fond memories of
that's
funeral fun cabarets. It brought us together.
Things like that, and community things in the park that we had going after NAIDOC, after the NAIDOC Day March, through the city, where we brought that city to a standstill. People couldn't move, and people just got so frustrated with these Aboriginal people holding up traffic, holding up progress.
Since 1988, there's been the death in custody inquiry, which was a royal commission, and there's also been the national inquiry into the removal of children.
Yeah.
And culminating in in last year's 2008, was it? Or 2007, Kevin Rudd's apology.
That's right, yeah.
So what was your feelings about the apology, and what do you make of the apology?
Well, I realised that there'd be a lot of people, you know, for myself personally, it felt like, you know, it was like another, maybe a bit like 1988, you know, it was, it was hope for a better future, that, that an apology was made, you know. I wish Mum and, you know, those people that the apology should have been made to, you know, the parents and the grandparents and the old people, they're gone now.
Yes.
It would have meant so much to them.
Yes, I agree with you there.
It's like, it's good, you know, it changed. People were for it, a lot of people were against it, but for myself, I think it was, you know, I felt, you know, good about it, I felt, and my children, because they carry the weight of their
the
old people.
recognition of that did happen is, you know, so important, I'm sure, to all of the people who were removed.
Yeah,
but it did lack, you know, like there was all the, you know, where was the apology to, like you said, the mums and the dads and the rest of the family as well? It sort of excluded them because, you know, the pain wasn't just felt by the kids who were taken, it was felt by everyone in the Aboriginal community, and, you know, the outcomes of these things was a great strain on the Aboriginal community. We didn't have the resources to look after people who had gone through these traumas, and so. But anyway.
But you know, but like anything, you know, words are useless without some sort of action or deed, or something rather than I don't know, simply going backwards. You know, I see things happening up north that I'm not happy about through the intervention.
No, it's just going backwards.
Yeah, people getting half their dole, and, you know, and then having to, you know, buy things, groceries and things, food on this green card, and it's only half $1. That's ridiculous.
You like to sing a song about it after something, put it into some sort of song.
Yeah, but you know, if you're sorry, you know, usually if you say sorry to somebody, if you're sorry for things that have happened or things that you might have done, or people, you know, or your forefathers might have done, you know, you've got to try and make some sort of reparation, you know, some sort of repair. You got to try to help rather than but it doesn't seem to be forthcoming, so I don't know.
Yeah, Australia's sort of pretty unique in the area of recognition for its Indigenous people. I was looking at the case of Canada at the time, and they had some horrendous stolen children issues there. And their government over there put up $5 billion of compensation for that mob over there. But I don't think the Australian government's going to do anything like that.